Hey friends, welcome back to Heartful Hiking. I cannot believe it. In just a couple of days, I'm going to be on the Appalachian Trail doing a 2023 through hike of the AT. Can't believe it. It's coming up really quick. Super excited, a little bit nervous. It's been a lot of work trying to get ready. And so tonight, I wanted to just run through real quick the gear I'm going to be using. This is going to be my AT through hike gear loadout video. I'm going to tell you all about the gear I'm going to take as fast as I can. I don't have a lot of time, so it's a little bit rough. So for sleep system, we'll start with this 1/8 inch thick closed foam pad. Got it off of Amazon, and it's waterproof. The idea of it is it keeps your pad from sliding, which if you're like me, the ground is never quite level and you're sliding in the tent, so it's supposed to stop that. A little bit of warmth, and also it's waterproof. So I have another fun idea with it, but I'm going to have to show you that on trail. The next part of the sleep system is this Enigma quilt. It's about 22 ounces with the little connector straps that hook it to your sleeping pad. And the foam pad underneath it was 3 ounces. And then because it's cold weather, supposed to be cold weather, starting here at the end of February, I've got this fleece sleeping bag liner. It weighed in about 13 ounces on my scale, and it was the warmest one I could find, and it packs down pretty good, so I'm excited about that one. Then I have the Thermarest Neolite Air Pad. It is the women's version because I'm shorter, and it's also warmer because it's going to be in winter, so I'm excited about that as well. The air mattress, it looks like this when it's all packed up, so it's really small. Big three, so that's sleep system. The tent, this is the Plex Solo tent. I did a whole video on it. We go outside, it's really fun, so watch that. It weighs in at about 18 ounces with all the spikes that I'm taking, and it is super small. It's about the same size as that when it's all wrapped up. And then for the backpack, I think you've seen it in other videos, but it's the Mountain Laurel Designs Profit Backpack. It is Dyneema, so it's waterproof. It's just one big area inside. It has this stretchable mat here on the outside with this that can hook in. This rolls down to keep the water out. And then it has a strap that comes up over the top. On the side, you can put water in each of those. It's really hard to get to, but you can get to it. And I added on these straps to the shoulder. These are actually pretty comfortable padding, but put a water bottle in here. This one's waterproof. It zips up. I think I got this one from the Z-Packs. So you can put a snack up here, your phone or something in there. And on the side, this pouch is a nice place to put your food and munchies for the day, or if you're foraging, a little bag to put foraging stuff in there. So that is the backpack. Inside, I do have this trash compactor bag. It's only a couple ounces, and the idea of that is if somehow water gets into the backpack, you've got an extra layer of defense. It is the AT. It's going to be raining a lot. So the other thing is this could double as a nice bag to carry your laundry when you're in a hostel, things like that. Next, water. Going to go with the Be-Free half liter filter this time. Put in this little Ziploc bag. It's collapsible. It's got a wider mouth, so you can scoop faster was the idea. I'm used to using the Sawyer Mini. Trying something different this time. 2.5 ounces for this, and then because I'm starting out in the winter and it might freeze, I decided to get a little Nalgene with a little bit wider mouth than a regular water bottle. And the hope is that you can get to your water without it freezing, turn it upside down. And you can boil water and put it in here so it's nice and warm, hand warmer, put it next to you and get warm in the tent. So, or have hot tea carrying around with you. It's 3.5 ounces because this is a smaller one. I've got a 1 liter water bottle. These weigh in at 1.3 ounces without the water, and you don't want to know with the water. And then I'll take an extra one of these in case there's a long carry. This doesn't weigh hardly anything. And then food is I like to use the Ursack. This thing weighs about 9 ounces, and then the odor-proof Ziploc bag inside is another ounce or so. So about 10 ounces, you get a bear-proof place to put your food. You can tie this to trees, and then it's just easy to get to. It's a little heavier than the bear hang, but then you don't have to do a bear hang. So I've just gotten really comfortable with that. I have my food packed. It's 3 pounds. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but it's hopefully calorie dense, a lot of carbs and protein. And the first part of the trail is about from the Amatola State Park to the Neal's Gap. It's about 41 miles-ish. So hopefully I'll do it in about 3 days, maybe a little bit longer. The cook system weighs about 11 ounces. And if you want to see the whole video on it, just look on the channel. There's one where I do a quick one on the entire kitchen. It's only 11 ounces, pretty cool. Mishap has been my trail name because I've broken 2 ankles over the last couple of years. And it was because I had bone density. So now when I hike, I get to carry extra weight to kind of try to deal with that. So one of the things I use is these ankle braces. So if it's a longer day or I feel like I'm getting tired and not so stable on the ankles, I'm going to be wearing these. Or on prolonged downhill, I know they're heavy. It's like 7-8 ounces for those two, but they are so worth it because they do keep me from breaking ankles on those tricky spots or when the rocks are really loose. And then, so I'll take these regular insoles for my boots to wear with these. And so that's, another 1.5 ounces. And then, because normally I'm walking in an orthotic insert, and those are to keep my feet from rolling in and putting stress on the ankles. So lovely. And then the pharmacy for the bone density, another 5-6 ounces. And then because I'm likely to run into snow or maybe some ice, I've got these micro spikes, and they're only 8.5, 9 ounces, I think. And it was the black diamond one. So that is foot and ankle protection. Electronics. Here's my electronics bag. There's a whole separate video on my channel with the electronics. I think mine came in to about 22, 23 ounces for everything. So watch that if you want to see what I'm taking for that. The little miscellaneous stuff. Might take this. This is 1.5 ounces. I'm still debating, so I might need your input. It has a thermometer, which is really nice, a compass, a whistle, and a little magnifying glass. Useful, but do I really need it? This is NextCare tape. It's wonderful. You can put it on, it prevents blisters. If you get a blister, it really protects them, and you can recover a lot faster. It weighs like, I think, 2 ounces for that huge roll. Then this is for actually the tent. The guy line comes up here to your other trekking pole. It goes back down, you stake it out, and it pulls up the one wall. So you get a little more headroom. It weighs almost nothing. A little tent tape, and if you get a hole in the tent, the nice material just tapes onto it, and it's good to go. I've had to do that before. These are guy line material. They don't weigh very much, but they can double as a shoelace. If an animal gets your shoelace or they break, they can also be useful for strapping things onto your pack. And then one extra guy line. This has the little line lock thing on it. This in here, I've got a little piece of fat wood and a couple of waterproof matches, a needle, things like that. Just, emergency kind of stuff. This is a little bit of camp soap in case you really need to get something clean. You want to do a little laundry on the trail, away from the water source. A hand sanitizer. Then this is a little bitty body glide for blister prevention. A couple of Band-Aids, and a little bit of a Neosporin type thing. The little thread in case you got to sew. And a little bit of deodorant just for town and those times where you just have to have it. And then this I got for when I want to have olive oil. It's waterproof. It screws on so it doesn't get anywhere. It weighs nothing. So it's just nice to have. And then a little toothpaste. You get a little tiny one, but then you got to find and refill. So I just kind of went with the middle approach. bounce out with the sawed off, weighs nothing, toothbrush, and a little floss. Got to keep up with the dental hygiene, make the dentist happy, right? Then for business, I have a trowel, also doubles as a foraging tool, or if the ground is really hard, to get those spikes in. This is a little bidet. It screws onto a dedicated small water bottle, and because there's so much water in the AT, I thought that would be nice to eliminate having to take so much of this. I like to take the sick stuff so you don't need to use as much. And then a couple of sanitizer wipes, and these you just add a little water to and they puff up and they're kind of like the same thing. But just for those times where you need a little extra help or you're between water. Then, because I'm prone to break my glasses, in this case, 2 ounces, it zips up. If it's storming, I can put my glasses in there, or at night. If the water filter has an issue, I've got these as a backup. These are Aqua tabs. There's 100 of them. It'll last me for a very long time, but altogether, with the Ziploc, it's almost an ounce. Then this is a nice little knife, 1.5 ounces. It's strong enough to actually cut something, small enough that you want to take it, and a lot of uses for having a knife. Then this, the wife and kids got me. It's got my traditional trail name, Mishap, and you can scrape this and then strike it, and boom, you've got a fire. And it's just, it's nice to have for that, and it also has a compass on the end, so it's also very nice to have that too. Because I'm on the AT and it's going to be wet, I've got 4 of these little towels. Maybe it's too many, but I figured 1 for the tent, always condensation, 1 for the face, 1 for the body, and 1 for gear. So that's the little miscellaneous stuff. Clothing. I always feel like a walking thrift shop because I have so many layers. It's good to layer, but I probably have too many. And this is even compounded because I'm starting in February. So you've got swings from 70 degrees down to 15. So anyway, it'll probably be amusing. So when I hike, I usually like to wear this Patagonia hoodie. It's a sun hoodie, so it's great in the heat. Wore it on Colorado Trail. Just love it. It doesn't stink. I was out there for 2 weeks and it smelled good to me when I got that. Then this is a 5.5 ounce fleece from Kuiu, and I like it a lot. It has just that warmth, just to not have your body work so hard, and it breathes pretty well. You can zip it up. This come up over your chin, which is great because wind gear, rain gear always have a zipper. I just love that it protects you from that. These shorts, nothing fancy, just got them from Kohl's actually. They're stretchy, polyester, thin, they're quick dry. They have pockets, even a zip one, so if you're in town, you can put your money in there. If it's hot out, I'll use these boxer briefs from Walmart. 2 ounces is all, they're super comfortable and also quick dry. Hopefully it'll be cooler on most of the trail because I would like to wear these. These are Under Armour compression leggings. They have a pocket on the side for your phone, so you don't have to have it in your backpack. Now, if I'm at a river or a waterfall and I want to go swimming, I'm probably just going to throw these on. These are lined shorts. They double as a swimsuit, and so just really cool that way. What next? Oh, because it's winterish, cold, very strong wind. Sometimes those little wind jackets and things just don't work. You need extra protection against the wind. What next? Oh, because it's winterish, cold, very strong wind. Sometimes those little wind jackets and things just don't work. You need extra protection against the wind. So I have this Torrid, and the hood is nice, and you can pull it tight around you. So pretty cool. It's got hand warmer pockets, and it's synthetic. So on the AT, when you're getting wet all the time, it will still work. When I hike, I like to use these sun gloves. They just protect your hands, and if it's cool, it kind of keeps them a little chill off of your skin. This is a little buff. You can do all kinds of things with it. You can wrap it up this way, you can put it over that way. Anyway, really handy to have one of these. They each weigh, I don't know, maybe like an ounce. Then I've got this beanie. It's microfleece. It's super warm. It dries fast. And so it gives you a lot of versatility when you're hiking or resting. You can just put it on. And so that's that. I like these Danish endurance socks. I wear opposite colors so I can always know one's right foot, one's left foot. They're warm and they're padded on the bottom and the heel where you want it to be. They're thinner on top so it can breathe and keep you from getting so sweaty. And they're merino wool, so they're really nice. Then backup pair. Hike and get sweaty and wet. Switch out, let them dry. You got the backup pair. And then these are sock liners. You can wear these to help prevent blisters by having less friction. So that is, I think, wraps up my normal hiking type clothing. Now, because we're starting this trail in February and it can get really cold, that's really like summer, fall type hiking clothing. So I'm taking extra clothing on this hike. I've got a smart wool base layer leggings, and I have a matching shirt to go with it. So at night I'll be sleeping in that, and pretty much the only time I'll wear these is at night to try to keep all that stuff a little cleaner. And along with that, a 2-ounce pair of wool socks from REI. This is possum down or possum gloves from Z-Packs. They weigh like an ounce, and the nice thing is they're touch sensitive, so they actually work. So if your hands are cold, you can have these on and still use your phone. So excellent, excellent, excellent. Then I have a fleece, so if it's getting colder, this one is an older North Face fleece. It's micro fleece, so it's really warm. It's only 8 ounces, so I gotta take it, right? Don't want to be freezing cold. Then I also have, in case we have the blizzard and you're stuck out there, this is a vest. It weighs 9 ounces. It's from Cotopaxi, so it's about the same weight as a Torrid jacket, but it doesn't have sleeves and doesn't have a hood, so it's got a lot more, I think, insulation in your core, and that's really why I got it, just to get through those cold nights. I don't have a lot of time to do the AT, so I don't want to run to a shelter every time it's going to be 15 degrees out or something like that. I'm going to have to just tough it out. So hopefully that will help. I have a drafty Z-Packs tent and a quilt. So this would be nice to have for the head. It's about an ounce, ounce and a half maybe. And it wraps up around your face real nice. For those frigid nights, the snowstorms, these are same kind of material as that Torrid jacket, but they're pants and they're super warm. Won't have to worry about the legs on those really cold times. Everybody says, take a lot of socks. It's wet, it's cold. These are darn tough, 2 ounces. Do I take another pair of socks or do I just leave it? Tell me in the comments what you think. Whew. I feel like I'm talking really fast. I wanted to get through it fast and not have a super long video, and I got to get this all in my backpack. I did get it in there once. It was like advanced Tetris. I don't want to do that on trail. So I got one of those little Dyneema bags. I'll put all the stuff that I might get in and out of during the day, like the Torrid, the ski gloves, the ankle braces, a bunch of stuff that's bulky, and put it there on the outside of the backpack so everything else fits in really easy on the inside. All together, it weighs about 20.5 pounds. And that's including 4 pounds of food and water to start. It's a little heavier than I was planning on, a lot more than I was hoping for. I was hoping about 15 pounds, but so 16 and a half, maybe 17 pounds of total gear. Get through the Smokies, maybe to Virginia, drop about 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds of a lot of that thrift shop of clothes, and then I'll be down to really light and able to do bigger miles. So just a couple days, I'm going to be on the Appalachian Trail doing a through hike of the AT, and I'm hoping you stay with me, encourage me, give me guidance, give me tips, and we're going to have some fun. I will post videos as often as I can. They'll probably be on the shorter side. each of them to kind of keep you in the moment. And I'll try to make it interesting, try to think outside the box. So stay tuned. And again, thanks for watching and sharing in this AT through hike with me.